Hey, good morning, everybody. Good Friday morning. It is the first Friday of 2024. This is the 5th day of January. Glad you're tuned in to the two best hours of local live talk radio here in East Mississippi and West Alabama. Roger B. on duty this morning, along with say hi to the main man. Here he is, my bud from Meehan. Say hi to Rob Atkinson.
Boy, another cold start this morning, huh?
Another cold start.
Good Lord. 20s the last two mornings.
Well, at least I didn't have to drive to work by looking through the little tiny hole that the defroster, opened up until the rest of the windshield defrosted. Wasn't quite that cold.
Wasn't quite that cold, so yesterday it was. So.
Oh, man, yeah. You do that. You forget to defrost your car. You're late for work. All right, let's just go with it. And you're kind of driving, leaning on, looking through the little slot there. Okay, it's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. Okay, finally I can see the. Yeah, I know it's a safety thing.
Well, right now they're checking in. We're checking in at 27 with feels like 21 out there this morning. So. Yeah, it feels every bit of that.
Well,
so
how
there
come
you go.
I didn't have any frost on my
windshield?
Know. It's weird.
It is weird. 100% chance of rain though today, so get ready for the wet stuff. So it's coming.
100%.
100%. I
better burn that brush pile this morning.
Yeah, it looks like the rain's going to start to move in probably a little after lunch today, and it's going to be kind of a soaker all night long. So rain on the roof maybe while you sleep tonight. So.
That's the one thing I love about winters in Mississippi. It gets cold, and then it rains.
I know.
Yes, nothing to chill you to the bone like a good, humid chill.
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday look okay. No rain, but looks like the rain will return back on Monday. So, after the soaker today, things will be okay for Saturday and Sunday.
Well, since we had the last 2 Mondays off, can we have the next Monday off?
I mean, we can try. I'm not saying it's going to work.
Well, I like to go back to what the founder of the station, Eddie Holliday, used to say when questions like that. You don't have to come to work at all if you don't want to.
That's what I used. So my answer was sort of in the same ballpark. We can try.
You can take Monday and you can have Tuesday. In fact, you can have the whole week off.
Exactly.
In fact, don't even bring yourself back here ever again.
Don't.
We had a lot of fun with that, man.
Absolutely. Love him to death. Love the family to death. So.
Absolutely. Good family. Of course, Clay and Laura are wonderful people. And if our boss is listening, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
He's really wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Great guy, good family. Let's see. Christmas bonus was nice.
Oh, so you didn't get the Jelly of the Month Club envelope?
It's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year long.
The January flavor was pretty good.
Something about boysenberry. I don't know what it is about boysenberry.
Little gummy.
Anyhow, it's a good morning, and of course, we want you to be part of our great show here because it's great because of you folks out there. That's what makes it so great is the callers. Yesterday was so fun to hear from all the callers. And,
yeah.
So we just give our number out there. We do it bravely, not knowing, I could say, who's going to call. But our number is 601-485-9191, 601-485-9191. And we'd love to hear from you. Of course, we're coming to you, as I like to say, we're beaming and streaming.
Beaming and streaming.
We're coming up, we got the old transmitter up the hill there that we're broadcasting on 102.1 FM.
Hamster's working hard this morning.
I know, and the rubber bands are all tight. It's really pretty cool. Everything's working so far.
Duct tape's holding
Knock
together.
on wood. And, of course, we're coming to you by way of WALTMeridian.com. And if you're on there listening to us, we appreciate that. And also, if you're Facebooking or YouTubing, we're right here. Good morning. Good to see you. No makeup. Sorry, never have, never will. Did shave a little bit this morning. And just thanks for whatever means by way you're listening to us. Glad you're doing that. We want to hear from you.
And also don't forget our mobile app. You can now download that wherever you get your apps, whether it's you do the Apple thing or you got an Android device, you can download us at WALT 102.1. Great stream there on the mobile app. So we're everywhere. YouTube, everywhere. X, it's all over the place.
We're everywhere.
Everywhere.
We're like the roaches. It's just hard to get rid of us.
I know, right? I know I stomped that thing a while ago.
You know, fortunately, and I don't want to jinx anything, but fortunately, it seems like we may have won the battle on that around our house. I haven't really seen one in a while.
Oh, the little roaches,
The
little water roaches.
Well,
yeah.
or the big,
big
palmetto
ones.
bug roaches, either of those. So, you know, they may be there just joining forces. There might be like little sleeper cells there getting ready to attack. But
Debbie just said, "Yep, there's the jinx."
he went and did it.
He went and did it. Thanks a lot.
Better put bug spray on my shopping list today.
Raid.
See, folks, and this is why we love our sponsors, because they get it. They know that advertising works, and that's a good example. You just went immediately to about a 40-year-old commercial recording, you know, for bug spray.
Raid.
And it just has lodged in your mind.
It has. A lot of those commercials have. So
Even those bugs.
Raid.
Exactly. I am working hard, though, to try to get the Mucinex mucus out of my mind. I just don't like that commercial too well. You know, the big
green
blob.
The green blob that's all over the place. Yeah, it's not a good one. Yeah.
It's
But is mucus supposed to be fun, though?
Let me see.
No.
No, it's not. No,
So that's
it's
why
not.
they make him look like that. It's not supposed to be fun.
It's supposed to be an ugly. It is an ugly thing.
Yeah.
Well, I know I've talked to a lot of people, and people in our family kind of had sickness through the holidays. I hope that you're getting better here in this new year, and hope, I guess, praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. You and your wife have missed it this year?
Doing pretty good so far. I mean,
That's
we're
great. Oh, you're saving it for vacation week. Okay, I got you.
probably so.
No.
Vitamin C, elderberry, we're doing all the vitamin stuff, just trying to, wash your hands, just do all those basic stuff. So,
Stay away from people.
yeah. Get away from me!
I think our mistake was maybe going to Sam's and Walmart right before Christmas,
Yeah.
because I think everybody was there.
Has it been just basically the flu? There was this stomach thing going around too, so I think it was a combination. Some folks had either or. So
just pick a bunch of letters. It's been going around. I mean, if it's EAT or RSWVP or
You
whatever.
mean it's the flu and not COVID? I thought it was COVID.
The flu is back. Yeah,
Wow.
we did away with it for a couple of years.
Wow,
We
okay.
eradicated the flu for a while.
It's
wow.
back.
But it's back.
amazing.
Strange.
Get your vaccine?
Nope. Nope. Let's see here. Let's see. Top news stories. Anything locally that sounds like? Oh, I know what you mentioned earlier.
we're getting another business.
another restaurant. I love it.
Cue the people about economic development and industry in 3, 2, 1, go.
We're getting another dead gum fast food restaurant.
What's coming to town, Rob?
Jersey Mike's is going to be coming to town very, very soon. Of
Will
course,
Danny DeVito come and do the ribbon cutting?
that'd be kind of neat.
Could we get him to
Jersey
do that?
Mike's is up above.
I like their commercials.
Yeah, Jersey Mike's franchise is coming to Meridian. Trey Gamble, Graham Behringer, and Jamie Humphrey have partnered together and signed a lease, and construction will begin on the location on North Frontage Road off of I-2059 near the Starbucks location. It's that little section of businesses that are right there. You have, obviously, the Starbucks there on the edge. I think there's like a cell phone place there, and then you have a cigar store there on the edge. So it's going to go into one of those openings right there. So.
Okay, that's of course that's formerly the location of the Bill Etheridge Lincoln Mercury, and of course the place where the culvert that the city installed back in 20-some years ago collapsed.
Yeah,
and
Jersey
made national news.
Yeah, Jersey Mike's has 10 locations in Mississippi, with the closest to Meridian being up in Starkville. If construction goes as planned, the Meridian location is expected to open in the second quarter of this year, which hopefully means this spring. So, but we'll see how the construction goes, because they already have the actual, I guess you would say, shell there, because most of the
Right,
Jersey
yeah.
Mike's locations are not like big restaurants.
Kind of like the Jimmy John's. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
Kinda
kind of.
small.
Yeah, it's kind of small, and a lot of folks are.
Just stopped at Jimmy John's the other day.
So, but
Yesterday.
so there you go. So, Jersey Mike's franchise is coming to Meridian very soon. So, I know a lot of people are excited about that. And like I said, cue the folks about another restaurant. Another restaurant.
Well, and also it's kind of interesting to watch the new hotel go up over there where the Astro Motel used to be. So if there's nothing else, if Meridian offers absolutely nothing else to the world, we have places to sleep
and eat.
places to eat. Which, by the way, what more is there in life?
Right.
Well, here's my question about the hotel that's going up there on the corner. You know, the Astro Motel sign is still up. Mm-hmm. Is that going to be like a landmark thing? We're going to keep that there, or are they going to eventually take that down?
I would highly doubt that they would. I don't see how you could have. I don't know what's this hotel going to be. It's going to be probably one of the major chains.
Probably a Holiday Inn or something like that. I mean, it's going to be something, one of those.
I don't think it'll be called the Astro Holiday Inn Express or anything like that.
Kind of neat.
It would be nice, but it's kind of like having, if they could have a cafe back where the Red Hot Truck Stop sign is, that would be kind of cool too. But it's not happening.
It's not. It ain't the work. So.
But
so that announcement was made yesterday. Jersey Mike's coming. Of course, you mentioned the hotel there. So yeah.
If you have memories from the Astro Motel, won't you give us a call?
Boy, that's another show.
If you held up there one weekend with some crackers and some cheese whiz, let us know. We want to hear your story. 601-485-9191.
And also, Miss Kathy Anderson over on Facebook just commented as well.
Kathy's back.
The new Eggs Up restaurant on North Hill Street is going to be opening as well. So, they had a bunch of signage up there. Looks like they're going to be opening up as well. Of course, that location was most recently a Pizza Hut. They're next door to Firestone there on North Hills.
And then Pizza Hut built a new location down the street right across from Northcrest Baptist. And then this building is becoming a breakfast place.
Yeah, Eggs Up. I believe it's called the Eggs Up Restaurant is going to be opening right there.
And you mentioned Trey Gamblin. You said being involved in Jersey Mike's. Of course, he's been involved with the Mugshots, I think, for the years. So he's a local restaurateur.
Yeah, so him and two other partners going in. They signed the lease. And like I said, hopefully we'll get that up and running sometime in the spring. So another sandwich shop.
Getting some information here that I guess they are moving the Holiday Inn Express to that
one on the corner on the Astro Motel site.
And of course, the Holiday Inn Express, I guess, is the one that's kind of behind, and you're going down 45 and off to the left there. So maybe they're bringing it. It has more highway visibility, I guess.
Yeah, because that area is a little weird where it's located at that particular hotel. It's kind of back over in a corner, kind of hidden, so I could see the reasoning behind that. So so there you go. So restaurants opening, hotels opening, yay.
Well, it's kind of like people you meet around the country. Oh, yes, you're from Meridian. I've been there before. We went through there on our way to New Orleans.
You bunch of fat sons of guns because you eat everything.
We went through there on the way to Dallas or on the way to New York.
We gonna eat.
Yeah.
We gonna eat good. Got a lot of options.
We don't want to just be the bowels of Mississippi, though. We don't want just people passing through and never staying. It's kind of like we want to be a town where people come and stay.
Yeah,
not stay overnight, but like stay.
So there you go. But yeah, so I would like one day I'm going to sit down and do that. How many restaurants do we actually have in Meridian? I'm not going to count, like Weidman's and the Rustler. I'm talking about these chain restaurants that are here in Meridian. I wonder how many there actually are. I'd have to sit down and think about that and kind of go through the map of Meridian.
What's amazing me, though, in the fast food world is, now every once in a while you see these specials advertised, you can still maybe get something for $5. But the price you're paying for fast food now is quite significant.
Yeah, someone put a receipt on Facebook. Oh, gosh, it was a couple of days ago. They went to one of the burger places here in town, had a hamburger and a drink. Hamburger and a drink.
Burger and a drink.
$8.
Was it a Cherry Crush?
Yeah, maybe. But I was just...
How many bucks? 17?
$8.
$8.
Just for a hamburger. Just a hamburger and a drink.
Burger and a drink.
Yeah, well, just a basic old burger.
I would have said 10 if you were asking me to guess, because I just know that's how prices are getting in the fast food world. You're really not getting through the drive-through for under $10 these days.
No.
Per meal.
No.
But there's always, I guess it's been a while since we had the 15-cent burger from McDonald's down in San Bernardino, California.
Yeah, I just saw it here. It was just a basic hamburger on the menu at one of these restaurants and a large beverage. $9.90. So excuse me, I was off a couple of bucks there. So yeah, almost $10 just for a 4th-pound burger and a drink.
A quarter pounder.
Yeah.
Now, and was it a burger or was it a conglomerate compressed vegetable protein along with some animal protein?
Right, animal protein.
What is it? What is it actually that you're getting on that bun?
Yeah.
There's, I guess it might be one day where they finally list all those ingredients that are in a actual burger these days.
Miss LaWanda loved your comment about the bowels of Meridian.
Oh no! Oh no! I was hoping that would kind of slip by there.
It didn't.
Oh mercy!
It did not.
But you think about it. People say I passed through there. That's like, okay, well that's why do they? Because when between Tuscaloosa and Jackson, Mississippi, or Hattiesburg, we're the oasis.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got you make that little corner there past Jimmy Rogers Parkway, and all of a sudden the sky lights up, and you've got Cracker Barrel, you got all the restaurants, got all the hotels, and people plan to make stops here in Meridian. You don't know how many people have been able to go to the bathroom here in Meridian. have been, the kids have been whining ever since, Livingston, saying, hey, we need to stop. We need to go. We're going to be in Meridian soon. Just hang on. You wait a little bit longer. We're going to be in Meridian.
The ultimate rest stop of America.
That's right. Meridian, Mississippi. America's rest stop.
Put that on the side.
Now we got a logo. Now we got us a motto.
America's rest stop. I'm putting it on a T-shirt.
Those will sell.
I'll put that'll be my logo right here. Be like, welcome to Meridian, America's ultimate rest stop.
the ultimate rest area.
Oh gosh.
We're so, folks, we love our burg here, our town. Don't get too upset. We're just having some fun this morning on the first Friday of 2024. Let's take a phone call. Rob, what do you say?
Yeah, I've got another comment we'll get to on Facebook from Tammy. This is pretty interesting. So we'll
after
get to
the call?
Yeah, after the call.
Good morning, caller. Welcome to our show.
Mom, Dad, I've got to pee. Stop in Meridian.
You shut up. We'll be there soon.
We're in San Antonio, Texas, so wait for Meridian.
Wait for Meridian.
You shut up or I'll pull this car over.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna be in Meridian in 12 hours. Just hold on.
Go to sleep again.
Oh
We're on through Texas again.
Have mercy. Have mercy.
Oh, it's great.
Well, Happy New Year, Tambourine.
Happy New Year's, guys. How y'all been?
Oh, we're great. We're
We've
great.
been fine. As you can tell, we're starting off with a little bit of levity and some fun this morning.
Hey, man, there's nothing wrong with that, man. I tried to call in the other day when the councilwoman was on and you guys were talking about the skate park.
Oh boy.
Oh, well.
I'll tell you, I've lived in Orlando, or outside of Orlando. I've lived in Tampa, St. Petersburg, Lakeland, Florida. I've lived in.
They're really chasing you, aren't they? You can't hide.
I've lived in Lynchburg. I mean, I've in Lynchburg, Virginia. So I've visited a lot of large cities.
But notice he came. Notice he
to.
came to Meridian, though. He's being able to hide in Meridian. They haven't found him
Yeah,
yet.
there you go.
No. I came to Meridian because my dad was born and raised in Little Rock, and the first school I ever went to was Beulah Hubbard.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
but
it's
anyway,
kind of roots to me.
I know that you were talking about all these cities that you lived in, and I know you're telling a story, and I interrupted, so please continue.
They all had skate parks.
Ah, okay.
Every one of them have skate parks, even Roanoke, Virginia. But I know that even Lynchburg had 80,000 people in it, so still a higher number than Meridian. But you got to give kids something to do, man. I mean, we've got plenty of. I mean, they built the kids museum. Like, well, that's great for smaller kids.
Yeah.
But the adolescent years for children, man, is a tough time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they're trying to find where they fit in or they don't fit in. And for kids who aren't into traditional sports, typically it's skateboarding, scootering, and I know scootering may seem a little weird, but there's professional scooter riders.
Okay.
And BMX. And if the councilwoman's listening, I really hope that they don't ban BMX from being there, although typically BMX riders and skaters don't really get along, typically. But
well, that might be a good reason not to have them there, then, if they can't get along.
Well, again, it's typically. It's just because they have a different way of cutting up, and cutting up's a term that they use, of cutting up the ground there.
Yeah.
So I hope that they don't ban BMX and they allow it maybe even on certain days. But I've wondered since I moved here why there's no skate park. I've been here since 2012, you guys.
Well, then Ty Bell Lindsay wants to talk to you because you're a candidate for helping champion this cause.
I'll help. because I mean, I skated as a kid, and 2 of my kids enjoy riding skateboards, but there's no place to ride. So I think it's a really, really good idea. And as far as the location's concerned, she was naming off the other locations they visited. This location's by far the better location.
I think what they're going to have to do to get kids off the street, though, is they're going to have to lower the hiring age to 14 at these fast food restaurants. They're going to need some people in there flipping those burgers there.
Yeah, those quarter-pound burgers that cost $8.
Gee whiz, $9.90 for a burger and a drink.
Bro, just go to Wendy's and get that $5 biggie bag.
Yeah.
And remember, folks, you get a burger and a drink for under $10.
Woohoo!
Golly, man, I can get a burger, a drink, a 4-piece nugget, and a fry for $6.20.
So were you a skateboarder or just a like inline skater, or what? How did you utilize skate parks?
I used a skateboarder.
You're a skateboarder.
I tried inline skating at one time, but it wasn't really for me.
Yeah.
Simply because skateboards are cost effective, and when you need a good pair of rollerblades, not the cheap ones you buy at the plastic place, which is Walmart, they're gonna break. And I wasn't a kid who had money like that. I was on the lower end of the spectrum as far as my parents having money. That being the case, I was a skateboarder. So, and I enjoyed it. It was like all that I thought about. It was all that I did, and it gave me an outlet.
Well,
so I think it's important for kids to have a good outlet like that. And like I said, we have the Children's Museum, but what else is there if you're not into traditional sports as softball, baseball, football, or soccer? Like, what is there?
Sure.
You know?
Yeah,
and if you're looking at the cost effectiveness of it for people who don't have a lot of money, golf is completely out of the window.
Oh, absolutely.
Golf's expensive.
Yeah. Now wait a minute. Now wait. Let me defend my sport there, because I am golf. Yeah, but by the time you get some clubs and all. However, you can quite affordably go to the Lakeview Golf Course, which is really Pineview now because of the way they have it set up out there, the city course. And for probably, it's really quite reasonable as far as getting in. Either if you're going to play 9 holes or 18, it's all pretty good price.
Well, maybe it is, but whenever I was playing golf, and yes, I've played golf before, golf is the only sport where I was willing to spend all that money on clubs and sell them in the same day. I was so mad. Like,
you know good, right, son of a blah, blah, blah.
I'm telling you, man, I leave the driving range. I'm like, bro, I'm driving like 250. I'm like, I'm good. And I get on the course, and then I'm killing squirrels. I'm taking out pedestrians.
Well,
my PGA pro is like, my PGA pro that I was playing with. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, this stupid club. I'm blaming the clubs. There's a lot of variations that come in between the hand and the ball. There's a lot.
I saw this meme on Facebook one time about golf and baseball with parents and all this equipment that they buy for their kids.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, my kid keeps striking out so much. Got to be the bat. That dadgum bat's awful. I was like, I don't think it's the bat. Why do I keep shaking? Yeah, why do I keep shaking the ball in the woods? Where's those clubs? Those clubs are no, it's probably not that.
Yeah, probably not that. Yeah, so not but skateboarding is one of those things where I don't know, kids enjoy it.
Well, now I just thought of a great new sport. How about golfing on skates? Now we're talking. We can.
Well, it's like with boarding, like especially with the Winter Olympics. Snowboarding is becoming a big sport at the Winter Olympics now.
Tried that once.
And I think with Summer Olympics, you're going to see skateboarding become a big one as well. So yeah, it's kind of trending in that direction. So.
Yeah, I just think it's a phenomenal idea. Of course, I wouldn't have planned to put it there. A lot of the cities I've been to, they put them underneath overpasses, interstate overpasses.
Interesting.
Because the real estate under there is useless.
Sure, sure.
So we've always built them kind of like under those areas, kind of like down there by the, I don't even know what street that is. It's where all the not industrial, but the Caterpillar equipment, the Caterpillar place, all that underpass there.
Yeah.
That's typically where they would be built at, because that's not real estate that you use for anything else.
Sure.
Interesting. Plus, it's covered. How about that?
Yeah.
And it's covered, yeah. So, but what do I know?
Well, here's what you start putting things like that under these bridges. You're going to have to find some place to put the homeless, though. You're going to be displacing them.
Oh yeah.
The homeless don't stay under there. And besides, the homeless wouldn't stay there anyways, because the skaters would run them off.
Anyway.
You're going to be leaving your trash all over the ramps and stuff like that. They're not going to have that. They're not going to have that.
Here we are. It's really appropriate, I think, that we're finishing off the week here, this first week with Tambourine Man. He's coming in with all this good advice and counsel for youth activities in Meridian, America's rest stop.
America's rest stop.
I don't know about what's that word you just used? What was that? Advice? Advice is stuff that I'm not using, so let me dish it off on you. That's what advice is.
Oh,
I think it's more of experience, strength, and hope. We'll go with that.
Okay, experience and this is his strength. He knows skating. He knows, for me, skating is like circuit skating at a skating rink with four wheels that are not in one straight line. That's
where
kind
you
of
fall down a lot.
Yeah.
Well,
let me change that. I fall down a lot.
Yeah, I got to where I could skate. Now I couldn't do those tricks where you do backward skating and all this kind of stuff, but just a nice forward casual skate. That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, my kids hate me when I go to the skating ring. They're like, "You skate so good." I'm like riding a bicycle, son. You never forget.
I'll have to try that and see.
You don't fall down the same when you hit 40, though. I just say that. You don't fall.
Of course, early on when I first started skating, there was only one little circuit that went through the Florida living room and then the kitchen and the dining room, and just kind of kept. And you just try to make sure you don't put a big diamond in your forehead when you hit the piano or something,
Yeah.
Wow, he had a piano. Nice.
Oh yeah.
Privileged.
Yeah, I didn't know no piano. No piano.
Well, mom played the piano a little bit. Yeah, she had to have a piano.
Well, okay, all right. Well,
And you would think having a piano, I'd have learned to play it, but no. You get beyond chopsticks and will the circle be unbroken? That's about all I can do.
That was it, huh? I got you. Well, listen, I don't have a lot of experience with skating, but I know the culture. I'll put it that way.
There you go. Okay, well, you contact Ty Bell Lindsay. She's the Ward 5 council person for the city of Meridian, and she would love to hear from you.
Well, I might do that.
Yep, do it.
Cool.
All right, Tambourine Man, thanks for checking in with us.
You guys have a good one.
You too. All right, boy.
Yeah, a couple of comments here. Going back here, our good friend Tammy said this. Me and my husband ate at a Mexican restaurant recently. I ordered water and nachos. He ordered tacos, rice, beans, and tea. Price tag, $43.
Oh, no. This is a Mexican restaurant?
Yes, sir.
Here in Meridian?
Yes, sir.
$43.
Yes, sir.
I think we need to double check that. How many margaritas on that list?
Oh, no. And Kathy Anderson.
We're not counting the margaritas, Tammy. Is that it?
And Kathy Anderson says Buc-ee's ain't got nothing on us.
I tell you what, Buc-ee's.
The Redneck Riviera.
I'm telling you.
That is the South's ultimate rest stop.
The missus and I pulled into one. We were traveling north. That was in North Alabama, and just saw the traffic and the hectic, and I said, yeah, we're going to just go on down the street.
Oh, we've already got that on our list when we drive to Florida in 2 weeks. Buc-ee's is like the first stop on the way down.
We got to get our snacks.
And then by the time you check out, it's like,
$50 for what?
If I had kids of the travel age like that, where you take them to the beach and all, I think what I would do is just show up at Buc-ee's and say, okay, go in there and get everything you want. Okay, we're going home now. This was the trip. It was the trip to Buc-ee's.
She did say no alcohol. They charge $3 each for the rice and beans.
Boy, that got up there. Okay.
Yeah, it did.
Well, even the Mexican restaurants are knowing how to upcharge there, so there you have it.
They're going to start charging for them dipping them chips.
Well, if that's all you sit down and have, they will give you a charge for,
Yeah.
Some people will do that. Just go in and eat some chips and some salsa and have a beverage, and then they'll charge you for that, which is fine. That's fair, I think, if they're going to. All right, it's 601-485-9191. We want to go to the phones. Please hold on. We're going to get there, but let's talk about Doc's Toyota, because there is no deal like a Doc's deal just up the road in Philadelphia.
Yeah, Roger, why not start the new year with a new Toyota Doc's?
Nice idea.
Of course, they got the 24 models there, Camrys, Tacomas, 4Runners, Tundras. Check out everything online. DocsToyota.com. They got all the inventory there for you. Good service department there. They're going to be opening up those doors to the service department. Actually, they just opened them a few minutes ago at 7:30. Of course, they'll be there till 5 today if you need to get your Toyota vehicle service there. They'll be open for a few hours on on Saturday as well, 8 until noon. Of course, they're located on Highway 16 West there in Philadelphia. Whether it's a top-of-the-line luxury or one of those beginner vehicles, they have a great line to choose from. Online as well, if you want to check out everything they have before you make the trip to Philly, it's docstoyota.com. And, of course, their number is 601-600-3786. That is 601-600-3786. And say it with us, folks.
There's no deal like a Doc's deal.
Yeah.
All right. Remember, it's Mornings in Meridian, and Meridian being America's rest area. Be sure to eat, sleep, and toilet Meridian.
It's a new slogan, folks.
All right. Good morning, caller. Welcome to our show.
Good morning, gentlemen. It's just Fun Friday.
It is Fun Friday.
It is so fun. Even better now that you, the mayor of Sucalina, Mr. Benny Campbell, have checked in now.
Oh, thank you. Well, I just got a...
You still got your ponytail on? You still got your hair in a ponytail?
Well, yeah, it's still up there, but
okay. All
I
right.
don't know. As soon as it gets big enough to donate it to locks for whatever.
Oh, okay.
It's coming off.
Well,
But I got a suggestion. You know, Meridian's such a friendly town and
yeah.
convenient and
Sure.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think they need to put up 3 big billboards coming into the 3 interstates.
Okay. 3 big billboards.
Yeah, they won't have a big fire hydrant. They won't have a dog with his leg hikes. Would that be inviting enough to let them know what one of the things we're here for?
Oh, Benny. Oh, man. You know, those fellas on that radio show, they're just really down in Meridian. No, we're not. We're not doing that.
You
really.
gotta laugh at some of this. Come on, City.
The fire hydrant and the dog. Yeah. I'm telling you.
Well, that would be inviting, you know, except we got dog trails too, I believe.
Well, now that's what, and people today, in all seriousness, you know, it's not just the kids that have to have the stop now, because everybody's, for some reason now, everybody has to travel with canines in their car now.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, you got to stop and walk the dogs. That's right. That's exactly right.
That's their support team.
Well,
Helps them take care of their troubles and everything. That's got the nice little canine or the cats or, I don't know, some of them may even have monkeys. Who knows? But anyway.
Where's the monkey park? I need to take my monkey for a walk here.
Yeah, well, I don't know, but I've seen people in Walmart carrying the monkey around.
Have you really?
I have. And, you know,
it was a real monkey?
It don't happen too often, but I have seen it.
Well, there you go. I would hate to think that would be a very often occurrence here in our area.
You know, people use parrots for sport and for give them some relief and security and that sort of thing. But
well, I do hear it must be some sort of an issue, because I do hear people trying to get the monkey off their back.
Who else would think about that but you?
Oh,
that's a bell ringer right there.
We just ain't right, are we, Benny? I tell you right now. But
well, who wants to be right? It's more fun being this way.
Well, we got to have some fun in life and laugh a little bit, and that's what Fun Friday's all about. So,
well, I got a question before we let you go. Is the dance on for tomorrow night?
Oh, absolutely.
There it is. So I imagine we'll get a report on Monday.
Yes, sir. It's there and wide open, and still able to feed people a little bit every now and then on the first break.
For those of you that think life ends in the 80s, you need to go down to the VFW and just kind of take a look-see this Saturday night.
Yeah.
There you go.
We're gonna get you down there one Saturday night.
Yeah.
At the first break, because that's when we have our prayer.
Yeah.
We get you to lead us in our prayer.
Oh, I'd be honored.
That'd be great.
I could just hear the prayer right now. Please, Lord, don't let me step on the lady's toes when I'm dancing.
Right.
Well, I was dancing with a lady that had a long flowing dress on.
Yeah.
And I guess she was our feet were too close together because it kind of bounced out there in front of me, and when I moved my left foot, it caught her skirt.
Oh,
and I just couldn't see. Guess where I went? I hit the floor.
Oh, that tripped you up. Okay.
Yeah.
Did her dress stay on?
Oh, of course.
I was just wondering. No.
It's amazing. The next Saturday she came with long pants on.
Well, I'm just going to warn you because you have a little bad influence there with Haz because he's even suggesting warming your hands in their back pockets, and I'd be careful with that if I were you.
Oh yeah, well, I guess that would be. Things like that don't enter so 95-year-old men anymore.
Benny, don't get on this station and lie like that. Don't you even think about that.
Okay, but I sure do enjoy being with them. I can tell you that.
I love it. Hey, appreciate you being out there, my friend. I tell you what, you're a beam of sunshine in our radio show. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much for that thought. I hope everybody has a great.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Benny. The mayor of Sucalina checking in with us there.
Yeah.
They don't have fast food restaurants. They don't have hotels, but that's a great little burg up there.
That's right. Solid leadership.
Yeah.
There we go.
They do have indoor plumbing.
Yes.
So they got that going for them, right?
That's right.
It's a great morning. What we ought to do is probably take a little break, pay some bills, and then come back. What do you think,
Let's
sir?
do it.
All right, it's Mornings in Meridian, 2 best hours, local live talk radio. If you've been listening, you understand why. Because it's just that fun. It's just that fun.
America's rest stop, Meridian, Mississippi.
Meridian. The nation passes through it. We'll be right back. Ladies, Bon Jovi.
Is there a reason we're playing this?
Absolutely none.
No, I like it.
Other than the fact that it just moves.
Nice. Toast burning music.
The birthday list is so weak. I mean, here's an example.
Some days it's like that.
Marilyn Manson.
Oh, gosh. Stranger danger.
Turns
Jeez.
55.
And looks every bit of it.
Have mercy.
Jeez.
Okay, there you go. But hey, some of the birthdays...
It's not going to get any better from there.
No, but you go to the actor and actress side, and you see some names on the birthday list. Bob Duvall is 93 years old today.
Oh.
So there you go. There's a good one for you. Remember him from all the way from back to The Godfather to Secondhand Lions to all kinds of great things. Let's see. Bradley Cooper.
Oh, he's a good one.
49 years old today on this, the 5th day of January.
He's got a new movie out where a lot of people are buzzing that he's going to win some big awards for. Maestro is the name of the movie. So, of course, he was arguably the best movie he's ever done, American Sniper, where he played Chris Kyle, directed by Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Should have won an Oscar for that, but didn't.
American Sniper, that's right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Another Godfather star, Diane Keaton, is 78 years old today.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just, and all these.
Decent.
And Ted Lang from Love Boat is 76. And let's see. Well, just a lot of good little things here to the actress Jane Wyman. That was the first wife of Ronald Reagan. She was born on this day in 1917.
Okay.
So there you have it. All right, that's a list of some birthdays today for you. A happy birthday if today is your birthday. Get yourself something nice.
Yeah.
There. Go get yourself something nice.
Go get you a $10 burger.
Make it a combo.
Make it a combo.
Supersize that thing. I'll tell you what, you may just need to get something for the house where you can print and scan. And a good place to go to do that is right there on Highway 39, 4505 Highway 39. That's Purvis Business Machines.
Service, not excuses.
That's wonderful.
Since 1979. Beautiful showroom there at 4505 Highway 39 North here in Meridian. GoPurvis.com is their website. Of course, Purvis has all the name brands that you know and trust, like Toshiba, CopyStar, Kyocera, and Hewlett-Packard. And, of course, they have all of the equipment that does everything, the all-in-one devices that print, scan, copy, fax, email. And, folks, you can save up to 85% on lease return color copiers. That is fantastic savings for your home office or business, or maybe even your church as well. So you need some printing needs there at the church house as well. Purvis Business Machine, 693 copy is number. And once again, they're located on Highway 39 North at 4505 Highway 39 North, or online at GoPurvis.com. Appreciate Jerry and Betty Purvis. Also, big shout out to our good friend Don Lucas there as well. And ringing the new year with some good office equipment there and save a whole bunch of money in the process. Service, not excuses, with Purvis Business Machines.
It's Mornings in Meridian. We want you to be part of the show. Give us a call, 601-485-9191, or you can text in. As Rob, you're catching all the remarks from Facebook or from
catching all the traffic.
Anybody chiming in there that wants to any message we want to put out there for our listeners?
Let's see. We were talking about the price of that Mexican meal before the break. She said we're trying to eat cheap. So trying to eat cheap.
Well, I guess when you think about it, I stopped. It wasn't in Meridian. I was traveling. It was actually in Philadelphia. I stopped at a Mexican restaurant, had a lunch item along with a Dr. Pepper, and I think it was like a taco and beans and rice, kind of just a
basic,
and I think it was $11.
Well.
So I mean that was
a lot of the lunch combos. They usually try to have a better price for those. Dinner obviously is going to be a different story. So
when you don't drink all that alcohol.
And it was $3 with the Pepto-Bismol afterwards.
Right.
You got to add that,
Yeah, your house was the America's rest stop after that.
Come on, Meridian. Come on, Meridian.
Yeah.
Whoa, I need to get to Meridian pretty quick.
Tiny bowl.
Mornings. Where did all this come from this morning?
We're swerving all over the road, hitting the drunk bumps and then some.
But for years, and this goes back to when I was a teenager, you had that dark stretch of highway through Alabama, Cuba, and then through Tumsuba, and then when you came to Meridian, it was like, hallelujah, hallelujah. The lights, all the stores, all the signs, and even then there were a lot of hotels,
Yeah.
But now, more than ever before, places to eat, places to sleep, and places to, well, let's just take a phone call right here. Good morning, caller. Welcome to our show.
What was that again, huh?
What?
Good morning. Welcome to our
What?
show.
Hello.
Why does Montezuma come to mind?
Oh, Lord, help us.
Well, you know how things are when you sometimes that little spicy food, it just kind of gets to you a little bit.
Clean you out.
Well, was it Old Mexico? Because I like Old Mexico.
That's exactly where it was.
I love
That's
it.
exactly.
But I heard about one back behind there, Tootie's. Have you heard about that?
Been there, done that, got a T-shirt.
What's it called?
Have you?
Tooties, it's good.
Tooties? Okay.
It's good.
Scale of 1 to 5 there, Rob. What would you rate it?
I give it 4.5.
Is that a Mexican restaurant?
Really?
Yeah.
No.
No, it's a
Mexican?
it's kind of a no. It's like a kind of a family style meal buffet type deal.
okay.
Because the night we went, they were actually having catfish on the buffet that night. So
Really?
yes, sir.
Well, actually, it probably should have been named Old Mexico Tooties because I was right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Low hanging fruit.
We
Just had-
digress.
I had to. Well, you started with Montezuma, so don't.
You started it.
But no, seriously, I had not eaten there. I was traveling. I'd stopped in on business in Philadelphia, and then I had to go on to Morton. So yeah, it's kind of around. It was a nice little.
From Philadelphia?
Yes, sir.
Whoa.
Yes, sir. If you go down
Did you
21
go
to
through
Forest.
Carthage?
Pardon?
Did you go through Carthage?
No, sir. I took 21 down through Dixon and Sebastopol, and then
Came out right above Forest then.
right above Forest, and then took Highway 80 over. That's how I went.
Nice.
I got 10 folks buried on 21 down that way.
I saw them. They're not buried anymore.
What?
The Walking
they
Dead? No, that's
they,
all right.
they, they
Hey,
live in a
guys,
van. They're selling boiled peanuts.
Has anybody seen the new tag?
The new tag?
Tag. I have not.
Auto tag for the state of Mississippi.
I didn't know we were getting a new tag.
Yeah, getting a new tag.
Oh, we're getting a new tag.
Getting a new
What
tag.
I heard.
Oh, okay. I
And-
haven't
and-
seen
I
it.
heard that right now it's got the emblem with "In God We Trust" on it.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's going to be
Man,
removed.
that's been removed.
Yeah,
Surprise, surprise.
we're taking that off. So, what do you think about that?
Well, I haven't seen it, so I can't really, give an educated comment, which it's impossible for me to do anyway, being, uneducated as I am. But I'd love to see. I thought maybe
Well,
y'all had an opinion.
I wished every citizen believed in God and embraced the idea of "In God We Trust," and they were Christians. But I guess in reality, we have to realize that in a democracy, in a government, not everybody believes like we do. So I guess we have to kind of bend to the more generic side of things so that we don't get sued by lawyers. Is that what we're doing?
I tell you what, politically correct. But years ago, my daughter lived in Indiana, and you could buy a tag with "In God We Trust."
Uh-huh.
I don't think their general issue was "In God" had "In God We Trust" on it. But
Yeah. If you're online looking, Rob has it looks like a kind of a
It's
generic
got, yeah, I've got
black
I've got
and
a,
white with it's white background, white letters, Mississippi, and
it's
then
got the magnolia in the middle of it. It basically it's got it's got letters here on this side, numbers on the other side, and the magnolia is in the middle. Of course, Mississippi across the top, and of course the county name will be underneath. It's just kind of an example. It's got Otibaha on it, but yeah, that's what it looks like now.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay.
I think I'm going
like
to get
magnolia.
I think I'm going to get the specialized tag that says "Save the Nutria."
Oh, well, I bet you got a bunch of NutraSweets. You go hunting for them things.
We got to save. We got to protect the nutria.
Have you ever seen a nutria?
I have. I remember going down I-10 one time, and one of them crossed the road, and I didn't know if it was a rat. I didn't know if it was a groundhog, a beaver,
What on steroids or something.
whether it was a small hog. I said, "What in the world is that?" And then somebody explained, "Well, that's a nutria."
Yeah.
It's like, I guess down south of Pearl River, it's a delicacy or something that people like to put in a pot and cook. But Or down in the Atchafalaya, somewhere down there.
Atchafalaya. Swamps, down around Baton Rouge. That is quite a trip if you go west out of Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
Across all that water and all, it's unreal.
It is.
But those nutras are kind of interesting. No doubt that they're a rodent.
A large rodent.
A large rodent. Thank you. I was looking for a term there, but they are.
Which is why you're not going to see me down in southern Louisiana just sleeping in a tent on the ground. I'm just not going to do that.
Get you a hammock and put it in a tree.
I'll be in Eddie's RV or something. I'll tell you what, I won't be sleeping on the ground.
Rubber sheets in the gerbils.
Right underneath it, you know.
Oh, mercy me. But no, it does look like a fairly, back to the license plate, it looks like it's fairly generic, just kind of hopefully.
I can't tell if it's black or if it's kind of a darker blue around it. But yeah, they did a bunch of submissions last year, and a lady from Starkville submitted that design. That's what won. So.
Well, tell me about the tag that we're seeing so many of now, the white on black.
Yeah, is that the law enforcement? Is that the law enforcement?
Yeah, that's the law enforcement one. Yeah.
Is that what it's for?
Yeah, I think the portion of the proceeds on that tag goes back to some law enforcement agencies or some kind of a fund associated with
law enforcement
that.
families.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
But didn't know. But brings up another subject real quick, and you might have discussed this. I'm late tuning in, but the sheriff's department deputy that was killed. From George County.
Yes, sir.
In pursuit of the perp they've not released his name yet. Have you heard anything lately?
Let me see. I was following that.
I was wondering if it might not have been that guy from Scott County that killed a woman over there.
Just looking here from one of the TV stations on the coast, it says the George County Sheriff's Office has now released the identity of its deputy killed by a suspect who led law enforcement on a pursuit into Perry County last night. According to the press release, the incident took place, during the traffic stop at the intersection of Highway 98 and Brushy Creek Road in Rocky Creek, George County. During the traffic stop, authorities say Deputy Jeremy Malone was shot and killed while approaching the vehicle. Yeah, 30. I believe 37. I believe so. Yeah,
that's right outside of Loosedale, that Rocky Creek
right
community.
there. Yeah,
exactly. Sure is.
Of course,
I'd already read his name and all, but my thoughts are who was the guy that they killed, the law enforcement killed. I wondered if he was the guy that killed Ms. Edie over in Scott County.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, anyway. They don't have a whole lot of details about that. Yeah, the suspect not yet identified fled the scene, and yeah, so there's still some details they're working through there.
All right. I'm out of time.
Well, listen, just know that we have blown through Fox News because you, sir, are worth having on in place of Fox News.
Yes.
And just so you know that.
Ooh, Rob, you my witness?
I am your witness at 3 minutes into the 8 o'clock hour.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.
All right. Thank you so much. We will join Fox News in progress.
Posted some things on social
and welcome back. It's 9 minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock. Roger along with Rob.
Hey, good morning.
And it's been a fun first hour on this Fun Friday, and we expect to be even better this hour. So thank you for tuning in and listening, whether you're joining us at 102.1 FM on your radio dial. We're beaming and streaming. We're on WALTMeridian.com. Also, our new app. That's right, WALT app. You can download that and just click on it, and you can see us live and in color. Absolutely.
Was that the
scary? Yeah. Hello. But anyway, and of course, there's always Facebook and YouTube. But anyway, we're everywhere. Thank you for tuning in wherever you are. Rob, here we go in the next half hour or the next hour, and let's talk about the sponsors that make this show possible. People like
Billy Adam Calvert and the staff down at Southern Business Supply.
Yeah.
In Meridian, of course, right across the bridge, the Wayman Newell Bridge there in Meridian, there on Dale Drive. Of course, local family-owned and operated business for 40 years, and they've been servicing all of Meridian surrounding areas. And, of course, they carry office supplies, janitorial supplies, those spring water coolers, break room supplies, and they've also got a great line of office furniture and the home office furniture, that being desk, chairs, filing cabinets, you name it, they've got it. And they even have an in-house decorator on staff for all your decorating needs as well. They have a showroom of home and office furniture you can come by and check out. And they offer next-day delivery on most office and janitorial supply items. And furniture delivery and setup is available with Southern Business Supply. So do business with good local folks in Marion there at Southern Business Supply. They're open right now until 5 o'clock there on Dale Drive. And their number is 601-485-2447. That's 601-485-2447. Say no to those big box stores. Buy local. The money stays all here in your backyard. And shop with Southern Business Supply. Appreciate Billy Adam Calvert and serving us so well over in Jackson as well. So
the most important piece of equipment in my office has come from Southern Business Supply.
Yeah.
It is a rocker. It's a glider. It swivels and it reclines.
Beautiful.
It's a great chair. And, of course, you can get one there at Southern Business Supply. All right, to the phones we go. 601-485-9191. Good morning, caller.
Morning.
Hello, welcome.
I just got when you go to the post office on North Hill Street, look at that, how rubbled up that street is. It's so rubbled, it's pitiful. I wish they would kind of direct some of that paving and pave that road up to the post office.
Is that what they want to call like Great River Road or something like that?
You take a left at the Firestone on North Hill Street, and you go to the post office. That road is beat up beyond repair. They're going to have to grind that to the dirt to fix that.
Well, I hope they repair it. Yeah, I hope that gets on the list.
Yeah, right. I know they listen to this show. I mean, when I worked at City Hall, they listened to the radio station.
Did they really?
Me. Yes, they do. We used to sit up there in a circle and laugh about it. Saying, don't ever call out at City Hall. They know who you are. You won't be there long. You know, don't go against the regime if you up there. But I'm not up there no more. So
yeah, we used to.
Well, they don't like us, Sam.
No, they listen real careful. They are listening. Anyway.
Hello, City Hall.
Hello, City. Good morning.
Good morning, City Hall.
Yeah. You go up North Hill, you leave the post office, take a right, you go toward 19. There's a sign that says Phil Hardin Park.
Right.
Have y'all ever been there? Do you know about it?
I know about it. I've been there years ago. I haven't been there in the last couple of years.
When I was a teenager, and that is a long time ago.
Yeah.
It wasn't nothing there then. It's just an empty place for a bunch of old transgender people to hang around. It's absolutely people. The place is fell in. They got one side that's been closed off for years. The city needs to take property like that they own. I know the city is listening. Do the city of Meridian a favor. Sell it to real estate developers. A lot of land up in there has been empty for 40 years or more. And just let somebody develop it so that we can get taxes off of it. Because I know nobody's doing anything to the property. They're doing absolutely nothing.
So you're thinking a little housing project there at Phil Hardin Park?
Well, they need to have a rich. They need to have a gated community with rich people. I like rich people.
How about some more government housing up in there? That'd be good. Call it
No, you don't know. They tried that on 39.
They could call it Phil Hardin Gardens.
No, if you can remember, if you've been here long enough, they had a working man's housing 700-unit project that's going to put on 39 for the working poor. Mm-hmm. And the people in north part of town complained about it.
Oh.
And they said, we don't want those kind of people living near us.
Yeah.
So they abandoned the project. So they're not going to put that kind of place in North Hills. They don't allow them kind of people in there.
I see.
So big thing you can do is sell it to some rich folks that's paying taxes. Rich people. Remember, rich people in Meridian.
So I can't buy it.
Poor people. Let's get them taxes in there.
All
right. Thank you.
Convert city property like Phil Hardin Park to tax-generating private development. Well, that's interesting. Now, you, sir, have your finger on the pulse of sports around Meridian. Are there any games and activities that take place at the Phil Hardin Park?
That's a great question. And
Are we utilizing it again?
I know more about what's going on in the county than, unfortunately, I do with the city as far as ball goes. But, is that maybe something that was part of the $5 million Parks and Rec project if they were going to do anything out there in that area? I imagine it should have been.
Let's get the Parks and Rec director over
Well,
here.
if the city's listening, call in 601-485.
I ain't calling from City Hall.
I ain't calling from City Hall.
All right. Now, we literally used to call the public service, or Public Works, and tell them about potholes. So we used to actually call them in. That's pretty fun. Let's take a phone call again, 601-485-9191. That's our talk line. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen.
Our man on the street, you'll know what to do with Phil Hardin Park.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I hope everyone is having a great New Year starting off great.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, we are live and above ground, so that's number one.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah. Thank you, Jesus.
Amen.
But yeah, I'm kind of with the gentleman is that it's a lot of stuff that needs developing. And Phil Hardin, what they did was, and which was good, they cut that throughway out so you couldn't drive all the way around and through there.
Yeah.
And but the rich people, I understand what he's saying, but we're not going to get that. They need to develop the same kind of community that's already there. They just need to expand it up through there. And Phil Hardin's field is a great location. I've been there many a time when my kids was practicing and playing baseball and practicing football.
Okay.
So it's great. Yeah, it's still a good area. We need that.
So, do you think the city still uses that? Is there still activities that take place at Phil Hardin?
I would hope so.
Maybe around state games time.
I would hope so.
Oh yeah, they still playing. Like I said, we need that. They keep the field up. Keep the field up, but there can be some upgrades in there. But I'm not sure about some lighting or whatever, because there used to be two big pillars when you go in there. Yeah. The one to the right was leaning for a long time. They finally just tore it down. Mm-hmm. But yes, there needs to be some development on all our recreation areas, really. So they're a great idea, and we have abandoned. We don't keep up or don't follow up or don't invest in some kind of upgrade and bring some more houses, affordable houses in the area, whatever. Mm-hmm. If I had some money, I would do some things. But listen, the reason I called this morning, my condolences to that officer that got killed on that chase. And Roger, you know what I've been saying. We have to stay vigilant. It is a time to be more vigilant than you ever was. You got to be cautious. Police officer, I hope everyone that's listening or somebody can pass this on. If you stop someone, I don't care if it's the middle of the day or the middle of the night, and they done did something and you stop them, don't get out your car and go to their car. No, sir, ma'am, get out the car. Get out the car. I want to see your hands. You back up. Let them back up and come to the back of their car if they have to, and then you go up there. And if you got any reason to suspect that this person is violent and he might have someone violent in the car, A lot of times don't even get out until another officer get there, man. It's like, come on. When I hear something like the guy got in his car and go up to that car, that's a no-no. Don't do it.
That's exactly
I
right.
just hate to hear people like that.
Yeah. Good counsel, good advice.
But I hope they consider this in today's time, Roger. We are not in our father's or grandfather's time now.
Yeah. The only good thing out of that report is we're not going to have to try and house the perpetrator that did that. That person is deceased as well.
37 years old. He hadn't even started beginning to live his life, man. So please heads up out there. And Roger, you wasn't here, but they finally grounded that death machine, and I hope they keep it grounded.
You're talking about the Osprey.
They finally did that.
The S-free, right? The S-free, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the vertical takeoff and landing craft that has been used by the Marines.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's take a money loss in that, okay, and strap it, and we won't have to lose no more valuable lives. And that's it. And thank y'all.
Hey,
appreciate you.
Thanks for your conversation this morning. Thanks for the call there, man on the street. Appreciate you.
Y'all have a good one.
All right. 601-485-9191. You, too, can be on the show. And you, too, can call some professional to look at your roof because, it's been up there 20, 25 years. It's starting to show sign of wear and tear. Why not just go ahead this year and make the investment in your home and put on a brand new roof? Now, they're going to take the old one off.
Sure.
And when I say they, who am I talking about, Ron?
Talking about Doug Martin Sr. and Doug Martin Jr., good staff over there at Martin Roofing, of course. Folks, I'm a satisfied customer. We got a new roof with Martin Roofing. I remember we had some damage from one of those little spring storms that came through. And just kind of tell you about the process. Doug Martin Jr. went up there, got the measurements, barked them down there, writing them down, and we were ready to go. Crew was out there a week or so later, put the new roof on, got it started on a late Friday afternoon, came back Saturday morning, got it finished. And, folks, the cleanup, I know you always worry about all the roofing application is left on your lawn. Well, they're going to leave nails everywhere. No, they go back and clean everything up and leave it spotless, and that's why they're one of the best in the area. Of course, they have all applications, including shingle, metal, rubber, and commercial roofing. Is at Martin Roofing, 30-plus years of doing business here in East Mississippi. 601-485-5920. They're also members of the Better Business Bureau. They'll be glad to help you with all of your roofing needs. That is Doug Martin Sr. and Doug Martin Jr. Awesome crews with Martin Roofing Company here locally. 485-5920.
601-485-9191. Put you on this show. Let's go to the phones. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hello, sir. Welcome to our show.
Well, thank you so much. I'm glad to be here.
Proud to be here.
That's right. I wanted to mention a couple of things y'all discussed. One was that they had taken off of the tag "In God We Trust."
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Was.
Yeah.
Wondering if any of you, it caused me to reflect upon one Meridianite named Toby Barker that was one of the youngest state senators or representative, now the mayor of Hattiesburg, when he was one of in the legislature, they passed a law, and the law was passed to provide for churches that have church buses for trips, for singings, and wherever one would visit.
Singings, okay, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And they didn't have to have a special class, whatever it may be, commercial license to drive that church bus.
I see.
And in that report, Toby Barker described it as the Jesus Take the Wheel law. And you can hear that on our other station.
Jesus Take the Wheel law. I like that.
Yeah.
That's right. You can hear Jesus Take the Wheel on our sister station, 105.7, The Legend. I like the way you set that up. That was good.
Well, also with the police station that's on, they're going to lose the historic status with the state archives.
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday on the program.
Right. I recall also that whenever they decided they couldn't afford to repair the building or the HVAC system and they needed a new facility, Councilman Thomas suggested that would be a good way for them to add parking for the city hall.
By tearing down the building and making parking area there?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I didn't know, too, with the if people skate with music and music being boom boxes, if there's an interference there at the Ben Arthur Park, that they might. Have you ever looked at a decibel? A decibel meter?
I'm looking at one right now. Let's see how many dBs you're putting out here on the air.
That's exactly right. I Googled that and saw references for certain levels, such as jackhammers and different things as a comparison. But possibly that would be an optional location for them whenever that building falls in. If they don't use it for parking, that might make them something that's paid for and right down there where all the food and beverage and events are.
Interesting. So you're saying perhaps a skate park there?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I think if that building were to come down, I believe they would look at that for probably parking.
Yeah, makes sense.
I think
parking and as opposed to skate parking.
As a skate parking there.
I think parking.
I think that Ben Arthur is going to be the magic. If there is a skate park, that's going to be the place.
Wednesday night.
Oh man!
And last, I'm interested to know if any of you saw the full color trifold that the city put out for the sewer consent decree.
I haven't seen that trifold.
I knew that it was discussed a good bit in the council meeting back on what was that, Tuesday? Yeah.
Yeah, it was included with my water bill.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's why I haven't seen it.
There's quite a lot of information on there, except the expenses previously incurred and future estimates.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there is other educational information material on there, such as Meridian has 7,600 manholes, 320 miles of gravity sewer pipe, 14.5 miles of force main, 67 lift stations, and a black SUV with front end damage.
Okay, there you go. And SUV that's damaged in the front. Oh, boy. Look at you.
Drive more careful, Mayor.
That's right.
I'm glad you're part of our research department. That's very helpful. We appreciate that.
Glad to be here. It's 24, and there's so much more.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
All right.
I also remember something to do with the 22 Skidoo. Does that ring a bell with you?
22 Skidoo. That does not.
I'm not sure what that has to do with. I think it has something to do with flappers and raccoon coats and things from an earlier day. But I'll Google it.
Is that the Roaring 20s? Back in the
I believe so.
Yeah, that was in the 20th century, the Roaring 20s, right before the Great Depression.
When a hoe was a hoe.
That's right.
Thank you.
See ya. 601-485-9191. We always appreciate our callers. There's no question about it. But I'll tell you who I really appreciate. The folks and the staff down at Trucker Supply, because if there's something I'm looking for, they are more than happy to help me find it if I don't see it on the shelf.
Yeah, because when you want to trust a set of tools, Milwaukee is the name to go. Down at Trucker Supply, of course, they've got a full line of, basically a room full of Milwaukee tools, and they've got everything there in that department. Of course, they got cordless power tools, saws, drills, and one of my favorite items from Trucker Supply is, and I think every vehicle needs one, is one of those little tire gauges. I've got one of those in my vehicle, in case you get stranded on the road. You never know. Have one of those kits ready to go. They sell those at Trucker Supply. Of course, they've also got hot
those little battery-operated compressors.
Yeah, little battery-operated. Love them. Absolutely.
Yeah, charged up, and it'll put the air in your tire. There
Absolutely. Hot seat pressure washers, of course, Streamlight flashlights, rather. And, of course, the Yeti department there at Trucker Supply. Of course, they got the mugs and coolers. And, boy, if you got a little bit extra Christmas cash still left over, why don't you go spend it down at Trucker Supply, folks? They've got everything under the sun there at 519 Highway 19 South. Of course, the Carr family would love to see you down there. Of course, the big red, white, and blue sign outside. You can't miss them. They're next door to McDonald's, like you're making that entrance towards Sam's Club. 519 Highway 19 South. That's Milwaukee and Yeti and everything else you could imagine there at Trucker Supply. What do they say on their advertising? It's not just about truck parts. They got everything else at Trucker Supply.
Else. I dare you to go in there and find something you don't want or need.
Bingo.
It's there. All right, we'll take a quick break. Come back. I'm Roger. He's Rob.
Yep.
Stay with us.
Mommy, I gotta go to the bathroom. Shut up!
We're about 30 minutes from Meridian.
America's rest stop, Meridian, Mississippi. The pearly gates are open.
Daddy, I have to go. Wait till we get there. We're going to stop at the Magnolia truck stop. Magnolia Restaurant. That's right.
I encourage folks, the original Vacation movie, the one scene, I just die laughing every time.
Okay.
Is after they drop off Aunt Edna after she dies.
She's
hate to spoil it for you.
Yeah.
And he just loses it. Everybody's been there.
It's the Vacation Meltdown.
He's like, are you all bleeped in the head?
Of course, thinking about that song about because we were talking about Meridian being a nice rest stop for folks traveling through. We have that 2 interstates. Remember, we have those 2 interstates, 5920. People passing through, and of course, we got the hotels, we got the fast foods, we've got it all.
Yeah, we mentioned
all with indoor plumbing.
Yeah, we mentioned earlier this morning we're getting the New Jersey Mike's in Meridian, another restaurant, and and another restaurant in North Hills, and
Well, that's good. As long as they can find people to staff them and provide good good customer service.
I did want to mention this story real quick because it did hit folks by surprise yesterday. Local businessman David Purvis died unexpectedly Wednesday night.
Very, very tragic.
Yeah, was 69. Was president of properties and owned Gene's Restaurant and some other downtown businesses through the years. Of course, a big advocate for renovation and development of downtown properties, serving as the president of the Meridian Downtown Association long before the Riley Center, the Max, and other projects came to fruition. So funeral arrangements right now are incomplete. Very surprising news that came down about David back on Wednesday night. So just wanted to pass along our condolences to his family and all the staff down there at Gene's and some other folks that have worked for him over the years. Pretty sudden passing there on Wednesday night. So.
We remember his smiling face as he would host us as you walk into Gene's and look for your table. And he would greet you, and hope the family will fare well through this and continue providing the great service they do at Gene's Restaurant.
Absolutely.
So our thoughts and prayers are definitely with them.
Absolutely. So just wanted to pass along that from WALT. We're thinking about them and all the friends associated with the family as well. So.
Mornings in Meridian. We want to hear from you. Our number here is 601-485-9191. Love to hear from you.
We were mentioning yesterday to go more national news. I know Clay Travis is returning from his vacation today. I'm pretty sure he's going to have a busy show with Buck Sexton later on. But, I was mentioning yesterday about the border law that Governor Abbott had signed in Texas, and he was getting sued. Well, he's getting sued by the Biden administration, of all people, on his border law that he is trying to sign or get instituted in Texas to basically utilize law enforcement in Texas to secure the border.
Get some help to the border.
To get some help to the border for his state. But yet the Biden administration is suing him over this law, and basically what they're saying is unconstitutional. And I'm like, what's so unconstitutional about this?
And ladies and gentlemen, your president, the administration that's in Washington right now, they are denying that it's their policy that is causing the problems at the border. They're actually denying. It is not White House policy.
Baffling.
What was the first thing, day one, what was the first thing that Biden did when he got into office?
Everything that Trump did, basically undo it.
Stop the wall.
Everything that guy did, we're going to do the complete opposite of, is basically what they did on day one.
No holding in Mexico. No, all that done away with. And they're denying, and they expect you, because they, how can I put this delicately? I guess I can't.
But with this, you can't.
They expect, not our listeners, but they expect an American populace that is so ignorant to political information to believe that it's not the Biden administration, it's not the policies of stopping the construction of the wall and piling up the steel and letting it rust down there in Texas. It's not that Biden administration's fault. It's not the idea where they've stopped the idea of holding them in Mexico. No, they're just letting them cross the border, and they're saying no, no, no. And there are people, Rob, there are people in this country, in this state, there are probably people in this town that will believe that and say, wow, if Congress would just appropriate funds. It's
laughable.
It's laughable, but the reason it's so sad is because it's a political strategy that they know will fly among a lot of the people in Meridian in the country.
Well, and here's the scary part about this. I was looking at a particular story about Trump yesterday, and of course the state of Maine is trying to get him off the ballot. The primary ballot. And we've seen that story in Colorado, and other states are looking into this. But Roger, it's not just Trump. I found out they are trying to get congressional candidates that are Republicans off of primary ballots in states like Pennsylvania. Not just Trump, Republicans off of ballots in particular states where there are very hotly contested congressional and Senate races coming up. And I'm like, what kind of a world do we live in right now?
This is the party that said that democracy is in trouble because of Donald Trump. The democracy is in trouble because of their Trump derangement syndrome and not allowing the political process to play out.
But Jonathan Turley, who is a very smart guy, he's a law professor at I believe it's George Washington University. He's on Fox a good bit. He made a statement yesterday. A lot of these states are trying to use the word insurrection as a part of what they're doing. Nobody has been tried, including Trump, or convicted of any type of insurrection. There's been no charges brought or any kind of indictment as far as the word insurrection goes. So if a lot of these states, it ends up going to appeal to the Supreme Court, hopefully in their knowledge, would look at the law and say that that is unconstitutional by throwing someone off of a primary ballot. But it just shows you how power hungry folks are in this country right now and how scared to death they are that they're going to lose that power. They will go to any means necessary to hold on to that power. Hate to use the words of Lindsey Graham during the Kavanaugh hearing. You remember that whole he said, you folks want power, you'll do anything to get it. Well, that includes Republicans as well. But right now, the Democrats are playing that card very hard. A lot of the Republicans don't want to lose power anyway because they're scared to death if Trump gets back in there, then he's going to start to expose more of the dreaded swamp out there.
And they're going to drag this whole January 6th thing out here again and call it insurrection, all the rest. But I'm going to declare tomorrow, I hereby solemnly declare that tomorrow, January 6th, is Ashley Babbitt Day.
Yes.
Because this was an American hero who served her country and was killed. She was unarmed, but shot and killed as well as she was trying to come into the Capitol building, like so many people did, unarmed. Not justifying their actions, Rob, but I'm calling it what it is. An insurrection, no. An insurrection means that they would have been an armed militia. There would have been gunfire on their part. They would have taken over those offices, and they would have held them by force. That's what an insurrection is.
Yeah.
But Ashley Babbitt was innocently killed because she was unarmed, not a threat to anybody, and still there is no one held accountable for that.
Because watch what's going to happen
tomorrow, Ashley Babbitt Day.
Today and tomorrow, they're going to have all these heartfelt ceremonies on Capitol Hill steps. Biden's going to make this big speech today about it. And have you seen the first campaign video that has been released by the Biden administration? Basically, it's nothing to do with issues because the guy has he can't run. He can't run on any issues right now.
Can't run on his record.
So what is he running on? Basically, the scare tactics of this guy is so horrible, he will destroy America. Basically, telling you how just awful Donald Trump is, and that is the only card in the deck that they have to use right now is basically scaring you to death about the other candidate and using the word insurrection. Now, another issue, I keep saying this, it's going to be brought up in this campaign cycle, and Republicans need to get out in front of this, is the abortion issue. And you know as well as I do, Roger, that is going to be a big issue with the Democrats going into this election cycle, and Republicans are going to need to get out in front of this. Do they need to soften their stance on abortion? Do they need to change maybe the talking points of how they approach the issue? I don't know. But that is going to be a big issue that's going to be a card on the table, because if you notice, there's a lot of states in the U.S. right now, especially during this last election cycle, that put some sort of an abortion initiative on the ballot, including Ohio, that put one on their ballot back in November. And, of course, that traditionally has been a swing state, which Trump has won that the last 2 cycles. But I'm telling you, that's the one card other than scaring you half to death about Trump that is going to be played by the Democrats coming up this year during this cycle here. So, because Biden has nothing to run on. I mean, period, end of paragraph, has nothing strong to run on right now. The numbers are proof in the pudding. Americans are fed up with it, and hopefully they'll wake up this November.
And the people pulling the strings, the power behind the throne, so to speak, they're going to do what they can to try to keep power, and this is the way they'll smear it.
Yeah, scaring you to death.
Scare
tactics.
All right, well, it's Mornings in Meridian. We want to hear from you. Our number, 601-485-9191. That's our talk line. Would absolutely love to hear from you today.
Absolutely. Of course, heading into the weekend, like we said earlier, it's going to be a little bit of a soaker as far as rain is concerned today. Now, when is this rain moving in? They're saying probably a little after lunch. I'd say probably about 1:30, 2 o'clock at the earliest. They're saying, I know our weather guy said earlier, up to an inch of rain by day's end. So it's going to be a big soaker. So when you get out of work later on, just be prepared for that on your drive home. And it looks like no rain on Saturday or Sunday, but it returns on Monday. So just be aware as we get to the weekend started. Going to be a pretty good bit of the wet stuff out there. A little bit of a cold rain to start your weekend. So
Great,
yeah.
He's
such an exciting guy.
It just rained on my parade, I'll tell you right now.
Well, at least there is no parades.
I guess it's kind of fitting that there's rain on Ashley Babbitt Day. Kind of a dreary time.
I like how you put that Ashley Babbitt Day, because that folks, they'll forget about it. When they have all these ceremonies up there, is she going to be part of that? I didn't think so.
The Justice Department, they closed the investigation. They were saying that she entered the hallway there illegally and breaking glass with their hands.
And she deserved to be gunned down. Okay,
and she deserved it. I mean, let's just face it. What a bad actor she was. Tongue in cheek. And I'm just so fed up with all the people in Washington, D.C. I'll tell you what, I think I'm just going to go up there. I'm going to stand on the steps myself and declare it Ashley Babbitt Day.
There you go.
Mornings in Meridian. Good morning, caller. How you doing?
Good morning. I missed out on part of your conversation earlier today about the car tag, so I just looked it up.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking you need to get a hold of Zane. I don't know if you've talked to him lately. And my request would be to make a bumper sticker that says, I'm a Mississippian, and I do trust in God.
I like it. I like it.
There you go.
So you can put in my request.
I like it.
All right.
Okay.
We'll put that request in. So you're one of those who probably does not like the fact that we've removed "In God We Trust" off of the license tag.
I do not like it. I just was reading there's a lawsuit. Of course, there's a lawsuit for everything, but I have a right to have it on there if I want it.
Amen.
Well, now there you go. Too. Wow. Okay. So what you're saying is, what about your rights then? Okay.
That's right. What about my rights? So, have one with and one without. Let me pick which one I want.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with that. There's a zillion different license plates, so why not?
So you look at what the state you look at what the state's done. We didn't have a voice on the flag, and we didn't have a voice on our car tag. What's next?
That's right. Oh, that's true. That's
what's
true.
next?
You common people don't know what's good for you.
Oh, yeah.
We can't trust you.
Well, what's sad is, I'm seeing a lot of crazy stuff, and as I read my Bible, I'm thinking, it's unfolding before your eyes if you don't believe it. But at the same time, I'm thinking, we're the South, and I just never thought I'd see us go so crazy.
I know. It's unreal.
But we have. But when you have how many illegal immigrants coming across the line who from all over the world.
It's the number. The number this past month was a record, and it's getting worse by the day.
Now, see, you and Rob call them illegals.
They're breaking the law.
The Democrats prefer to refer to them as voters.
Oh,
yes, I understand that. But you know what? And I almost hate to say this out loud because I'm afraid somebody will take me up on it. But it's like, well, if I had done something else illegal and they've put me in jail for it, that's discrimination because they're not processing these people illegal.
Mm-hmm.
What does illegal mean? So it seemed like I'm surprised I hadn't seen some.
Depends on whether you're a Republican.
Lawsuit.
Depends on whether you're a Republican or Democrat as to what illegal means.
That's right.
If you're a Republican, it means everything. If you're a Democrat, that's just it's a concept. It's not really a term.
Law. The word law right now is just a word. It's not being used.
Come on, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Come
That's
on.
Right. Well, y'all get Zane to print my bumper sticker.
We'll do it.
All right. He could be listening, or he could be. Now, when you said get my hands on him, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put my hands on him.
I don't want to do that.
So, but if I talk to him, I'll pass your request along.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate your call.
Thank you. 601-485-9191. Generic, the Mississippi, of course, with the little curly Q S's. That's been on the tag probably since the 70s, and or at least the 80s. And then the Magnolia Blossom, right there, smack in the middle there, Rob.
Yeah.
Along with 3 letters on the left, 3 numbers on the right, and your county name below. Just a pretty generic little tag.
Yeah, and how much is that going to cost you in Lauderdale County?
Well, it depends on how new a vehicle you got.
Dead gum right.
I tell you what, if you go buy a new vehicle, you're going to pay, buddy. I tell you.
They're
right
proud
now.
of that. Other states don't make you charge that much.
Well, now, see. Here's the problem. We have 3 million people in Mississippi. And the states next door, like Alabama, they've got about 8 million people. And they have a little bit more tourism, probably. We got tourism, too. We got the casinos and all the rest down on the coast, that kind of thing. Do have...
Where's you, Mike?
Hey!
That's tourism.
I want Danny DeVito to be at the ribbon cutting. We got to work toward that. Yeah.
That's up above.
That would be so cool. Anyway, mornings in Meridian, and then Florida, of course. I mean, that goes without being said. You've got millions upon millions of people in Florida. You've got tourism dollars out the wazoo. And, they don't have to charge as much for tags as we do here in Mississippi. So we're just that little state. We're that little landmass between Louisiana and Alabama, and we're just going to get along as best we can. And one of the ways to do that is really soak it to you on your car tag.
I'll just go buy another $10 burger.
And, by the way, if you will drive an old vehicle like my 2003, your tag is not that expensive. It's kind of nice. Well, anyway, mornings.
Get you one of them antique tags soon.
That's right. Well, you know what? I probably could. I'm getting close to it. That's for sure.
There you go.
You're absolutely right about that. Well, let's take a quick break, come back, finish up the show. Don't go away, folks. We're going to be right back now. And remember, Meridian, it's a great place to stop, rest, eat, and travel on.
Daddy, I gotta pee.
We'll be in Meridian in about 12 minutes. Just hold it. I'm that kind of girl.
Yeah.
Right here this morning. You can hear Patty Loveless on our sister station, 105.7, The Legend.
Yeah.
And, of course, she turned 50-something yesterday, so
yep.
Thought I'd just pass that along there. It's, we have...
let's see, it's right here, 67.
67. Well, I knew it was somewhere like that.
It was on up there.
It was on up there. 67. Looks pretty good. All right, Mornings in Meridian. We're wrapping up this hour, and our sponsors are all caught up. We thank them for helping make this show possible. A little bit of history here for you, sir. Just a little heads up. I know how you like hamburger steak. In 1889, on this day, I don't know how we know this, but hamburger steak reportedly first appeared on a restaurant menu in Walla Walla, Washington.
Well, God bless them.
Yeah. So...
Smothered.
How about that? So, let's see. It was on this day in 1972, as we fast forward, President Richard Nixon ordered the development of the space shuttle program. I'm going to go at least do some good things for this country. We're gonna move forward with the space shuttle.
Don't forget to get rid of those tape recordings too, by the way.
That's right. Oh, mercy. Let's see. And, of course, let's see, other news items. Let's see. In 1998, a massive ice storm hit eastern Canada and the northeastern United States, continuing through January the 10th, causing widespread destruction.
Ooh. Northeast is going to be getting a lot of snowfall this weekend.
Got a nor'easter coming.
Nor'easter's coming up there.
Wow.
So while we're getting the rain, they're getting the ice and snow up there. So
well, and, a little rain's not bad, but, boy, just that cold and rain. That's just it makes a miserable. I mean, it would be helpful if it was snow. That would kind of take some of the pain out of it, I guess.
Well, it ain't happening.
I know it. I know it. We live in Dixie for a reason.
Exactly.
Well, that's it for today, Rob. Any closing remarks?
Well, folks, have a good weekend. Of course, stay dry later on when that rain gets here, and have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you on Monday.
Happy weekend, everybody. God bless, and be sure and buy local.